When destined souls collide, a journey of inner awakening. Across the vast ocean of human existence, there lies a mysterious force so profound, so timeless, that it has captivated the hearts of poets, the minds of philosophers, and the souls of seekers for thousands of years. It is the invisible thread that draws two people together, two souls destined to meet, destined to awaken something sacred in one another. You may have felt it yourself, that undeniable spark when your eyes meet someone's across a room. It's not just a glance. It's as if the universe presses pause for a split second. Something inside you whispers, "I know you." Even if you've never met them before, your soul seems to recognize something eternal. But what is this invisible pull? What unseen force binds us so tightly to certain people that we cannot ignore it, even if we try? Could it be chance? Or is there a deeper intelligence, a cosmic wisdom, that aligns these moments with the very rhythm of our growth? Carl Jung, a brilliant psychologist and explorer of the unconscious mind, offered an answer. He believed these life-altering encounters were not coincidences, but synchronicities, meaningful intersections between our inner world and the events around us. They are not random, they are divine. These moments arrive precisely when we are ready, even if we don't know it yet. But these soul-level meetings are not always peaceful or easy. They're not simply about comfort or companionship. They're often filled with intensity, challenge, and transformation. These relationships act as spiritual mirrors. They reflect not only our brightest light but also our deepest shadows. They pull us toward healing and wholeness, sometimes with gentle grace, and sometimes through the raw edge of discomfort. When someone is truly destined to walk alongside you in life, their presence awakens something powerful within you. You don't just meet them, you remember them. And the relationship that forms is not just part of your story. It becomes a threshold, a portal through which you begin discovering your truest self. Let's walk together into this fascinating space where the threads of psychology and spirituality are woven together, where destiny dances with free will, and where those who challenge us most often become our greatest teachers in the sacred art of becoming fully human. Have you ever met someone and felt in that very first moment that your heart had been waiting for them all your life? It's not just a feeling of excitement or attraction. It's a deep resonance, a sensation that this person was meant to appear in your life. According to Jung, this is not fantasy. This is the universe responding to your inner truth. Synchronicity isn't just a mystical idea, it's the hidden language of your soul, guiding you toward people, places, and experiences that will shape your evolution. But here's the secret. Just because someone is destined for you doesn't mean everything will be easy. In fact, these connections often come with tests, challenges, and confusion. You may even question yourself, wonder why the connection feels so intense, or why it's stirring up so much inside you. Jung reminded us that in order to meet what we truly long for, we must first confront what we've hidden, our shadows. These shadows are not monsters lurking in the dark. They are simply parts of ourselves we've pushed away, our fears, insecurities, and unhealed pain. And, strangely, the people who are meant for us often help bring those shadows to light. They don't do it by hurting us. They do it just by being who they are. Their presence challenges the masks we wear, the roles we play, the expectations we've clung to. And slowly, we're called to step out from behind all of that, to become who we really are. This is where love, true love, becomes a spiritual path. It's no longer about being comfortable or being completed by someone else. It's about awakening to ourselves. Through the mirror of a destined connection, we begin to understand our needs, our values, and our deepest truth. And so, when you meet someone who is truly meant for you, there's no need to pretend. You don't have to perform or shrink or change who you are. You feel a sense of deep peace, a quiet recognition. You are enough just as you are. That relationship becomes a space where your authenticity is not only allowed, it is celebrated. Jung had a word for this journey. He called it individuation, the sacred process of becoming your most whole and true self. It's about shedding the masks we wear for the world and finally stepping into our inner truth. And often, it is our relationships, especially the ones that feel destined, that lead us into this unfolding. But be warned, this kind of connection is not a fairy tale. It's not about perfection. It's about truth. And truth can be uncomfortable. When you meet your destined person, they will stir things up. Old patterns will rise. Fears will emerge. You may clash. You may struggle. And you might think, maybe this isn't meant to be. But what if the struggle is the path? What if the confusion, the questions, the breakdowns are part of the breakthrough? Jung believed that real growth is never clean or easy. It happens in the mess, in the unraveling, in the falling apart, and the coming back together, wiser than before. Maybe you've been in a relationship where things didn't go as planned. Maybe you questioned whether it was right or whether you were enough. But what if that connection wasn't wrong? It was simply real. Maybe it brought up parts of yourself that were buried, not to hurt you, but to heal you. Authentic connection requires work. It demands courage. It will ask you to grow, but it will also give back. It will reveal your inner strength. It will remind you of your worth. It will teach you how to love, not just another person, but yourself. When someone is truly destined for you, you won't just share joy and laughter. You'll share growth, healing, depth. You'll face life's shadows together. And that, more than anything, is what makes the connection sacred. Let this sink in. A relationship destined by the universe doesn't make you smaller. It expands you. It invites you to become more of who you truly are. Not someone else's version of you, your own. That's what Jung wanted us to see. That true connection begins within. Love, at its core, is not something you find outside of yourself. It's something that awakens when you align with your essence. And once you do, life begins to align around you, bringing people who reflect your light, your truth, your purpose. When those people appear, the signs are unmistakable. You may feel an overwhelming clarity, a sense that everything you've lived, even the hardest parts, was preparing you for this moment. And suddenly, it all makes sense. The sacred mirror within, how destined connections lead us back to ourselves. Carl Jung believed that the most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. Without truly knowing who you are, how can you possibly recognize what nourishes you, what heals you, or what slowly pulls you away from your essence? Self-awareness is not a luxury. It's the foundation of everything. When you begin to peel away the layers of expectation, conditioning, and fear, something incredible happens. You start to align with your inner truth. And in that alignment, you develop the sensitivity to recognize what is truly meant for you, especially when it comes to the people you allow into your heart. The appearance of someone destined for you is not just an emotional event, it's a catalyst for awakening. That relationship becomes a mirror through which you can rediscover your dreams, your desires, and even the parts of yourself you've forgotten. It doesn't promise perfection. It doesn't guarantee a life without conflict. But it does offer you something far more powerful, the chance to live in truth. Jung reminded us that life is not static. It's an ongoing journey of transformation. When someone who is truly meant for you enters your life, it isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of a deeper chapter, one filled with self-reflection, emotional growth, and soul-level connection. And maybe right now, you're in a space of confusion. Maybe you're navigating a relationship that challenges you, or maybe you've been searching for something real but haven't found it yet. If that's where you are, know this: your inner voice holds the compass. Trust it. Listen to it. It speaks the language of your soul through intuition, emotion, and subtle signs from the world around you. When a destined person enters your life, you'll feel it. Not just with your heart, but with your whole being. Fear may show up. Doubt may try to whisper. But somewhere deep inside, you'll know. This is the connection you've been waiting for. And that knowing is your invitation to step into the life you were always meant to live. Fearlessly, unapologetically, and truthfully. This journey is not always clear. Authentic love rarely arrives in a straight line. It comes with questions, with uncertainty, sometimes even pain. But what Jung teaches is this: through the confusion, healing begins. Through the challenge, growth awakens. The people who are destined for us are not without flaws. They are not perfect angels wrapped in perfection. No, they are human, just like us. And yet, they have a mysterious ability to activate something powerful within us. They help us see ourselves, even the parts we've avoided for years. These relationships stir the waters of our unconscious. They surface our fears, our insecurities, our forgotten dreams. And if we are brave enough to face them, if we choose to look into the mirror rather than turn away, we find something extraordinary: our true selves. You see, these connections aren't just about loving another person, they are about learning to love yourself. The people destined for you act as mirrors, sometimes gentle, sometimes harsh, but always truthful. They reveal what still needs healing, what still seeks integration, what still hides in the shadows of your being. Jung called this meeting the shadow, and he didn't mean we should run from it. Quite the opposite. He urged us to embrace the shadow, to make peace with the parts of ourselves we've denied, ignored, or buried deep within. Because only when we reclaim those pieces can we become whole. And so, the real work is not only in finding the right person, but in becoming the right person for yourself. A relationship should not be a battlefield of self-worth. It should not make you feel small or incomplete. When a person is truly meant for you, the connection becomes a sanctuary, a space where you can breathe, explore, and exist without masks. Living in alignment with your truth doesn't mean life will be easy. It means you're willing to let go of what no longer serves you, even when it hurts. And as you release the old, you make space for something new, something that reflects who you truly are. Love that is rooted in truth does not seek to fill your emptiness. It emerges from fullness, from self-love, from authenticity. And when two people come together from that place, not to fix each other but to grow together, something sacred is born. The relationships that truly matter are those that allow you to evolve, where you can be your full self and still feel safe, where growth is not a threat but a gift, and where love becomes a journey, not of perfection, but of deep mutual discovery. When someone is destined for you, the path you walk with them won't be rigid. It will adapt. It will shift and expand as you both grow. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll stretch beyond your limits. But through it all, you'll remain rooted in something real, something honest, something unshakable. And the truth is, the deepest love stories are not the ones where everything goes right. They are the ones where two souls meet, fall apart, come back together, and continue evolving, again and again, without losing their essence. This kind of connection doesn't come when you're chasing it. It comes when you're ready for it, when you've done the work, when you've integrated your light and your shadow, when you've made peace with your story, and that's when everything begins to change. The energy you carry becomes magnetic. The universe, or as Jung called it, the collective unconscious, begins to reflect your wholeness. And the people who show up in your life aren't random anymore, they're aligned. But remember, a destined person is not your savior. They are your mirror. They won't fix your wounds, they'll reveal them. They won't erase your insecurities, they'll invite you to outgrow them. They are not here to complete you, because you were never incomplete to begin with. This journey of meeting your destined soul is not meant to be easy, but it is meant to be meaningful. You'll face moments of uncertainty, times when you'll wonder if you're on the right path. But as Jung so wisely taught us, doubt is part of the process. It means you're growing. True love isn't just a feeling, it's an experience, a decision, a daily act of choosing to show up, to be honest, to hold space for transformation. And that's what makes it sacred. So when someone is truly meant for you, the connection you feel is not just external, it's an internal awakening. It's the universe calling you home, to yourself, to your truth, to your deepest purpose. And as you walk that path, something miraculous happens. You don't just find them, you find you. And that, dear listener, is the real magic. If these words have touched your heart, don't stop here. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell, and continue walking this journey with us. Each video is crafted to remind you of who you truly are and to guide you toward the relationships, the purpose, and the life that's meant for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. The universe brought you here for a reason. Trust it. You're exactly where you're meant to be.